about why there's no construction.
Attorney,
I think it's because it is, now there should be, right, but there's hardly any contractors either.
They're all in the basement.
she said she was.
Okay,
No, I went to my office to get my jacket.
are we on? Moving on?
And it's,
Are we good to go?
John, we're good to go?
Okay, it's 10:05, and I would like to thank everyone for attending our board meeting, annual board meeting. I guess we have public here? Sir?
Yes,
Okay, public, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's start, let's have this meeting called to order. Let's do a roll call, please.
Geraldine Stanley, Board Secretary.
Rina Borja, Vice Chair. Glenda Idanis, Acting Director of DPW.
Maria Paris, Administrative Officer.
DWA Investigator Supervisor CLD.
Selena Ashland, board member.
JP Elgin, Executive Director of CLB.
Bernard Benavente, Board Chairman.
Marcus Benotnia, CLB investigator.
Andrew Mesa, COB investigator.
Aaron Aragon, CLB investigator.
You want us to?
Everybody here, public, please.
Joseph Rosano on behalf of Jan Mine.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Sir.
morning.
John Ila from JMIS.
Good morning.
Good morning, thank you.
Good morning to you. Okay, item 3, we have affirmation of the public notice of today's meeting, and it shows you on this flyer that the public is aware that we're having this meeting today. Item 4, let's move on to item 4, section reports. Number 1, Administrative Division, Maria Paris, please,
Good morning,
let
everyone.
us know what's your agenda for today.
As of, these are the active, inactive master electricians listed for 2024, which expires June 30th, 2024. Total amount of active contractors is 926. Inactive contractors is 24. Master electrician is 32. The total amount is 982. As of January 12th, 2024, there's a total of 27 new licenses.
Let me interrupt for a little bit, if you don't mind. When you say inactive contractor, is there a reason why they're inactive? They're quitting or?
No, it's just that they're not gonna perform any work this year, but they are aware that if they are going to perform any, it's keeping their license safe, so they don't think they're gonna do any work this year, they can put
Right.
it in inactive status.
Okay,
They have up to 3 years, but each year they must pay the fee.
okay,
And so they're putting their license in an active status, cause they're saying they're not gonna do work. Yeah,
Till-
no projects this year,
till further notice,
yeah.
okay. Carry on, please.
The new companies or the RE names are Jury Gutierrez, who has an A and B. Edward Sandoval, PHR, they're currently licensed, but the new company, the new RME is Edward Sandoval, and he has a B. The new company is C Pacific Corporation. A, B, C 13 and 17 is the classification. Ronnie Ritter, he's a new individual, new RME. He has A, C 13 and C 68 solar power system.
So if I may, with the C68, I thought we're no longer listing that, it's not a
Okay,
license
let me,
issue.
I just.
Red flag that, please, and we need to look
Yeah.
into
So
that.
Okay, I can look right after this. And then there's Paradise Pacific Construction LLC is a new company. Classification is B. C and E W Welding Inc. Their RMA is Brian Crawford. They're both new. Classification is C56 Welding. R Electric LLC is the new company. They have B 13 37 40 51. DM Home Concepts is the new company and they have two RMEs. Classification is B, C17, 37, 43, C2, and C22. Guam Home Improvement is also a new company. It's a sole proprietor with Paul Valdez, and the company classification is C5, 30, 31, 42, and 48. iConcepts Inc., DBA Juliet Construction Services, new company B, C30, C33, WeatherGuard Roofing, and it's Mark McGrothy, and the classification is C42. New company is Kendall Inc., Craig Haycock, classification is B, and Bottom Up Builders Construction is a new company, and the classifications are A, B, C1, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 21, 31, 36, 44, 48, 49, 50, and 56. DFW Elevator Repair LLC, and the classification they're holding is C16. Eastern Pacific Engineering and Construction LLC, new company, and the classification are as follows. A, B, C, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 21, 22, 26, 30, 33, 32, 33, 36, 37, 41, 42, 44, 45, 46, 48, 49, 50, 54, 55, 56, C68.
Red flag then. If he's a new company and he's got all this
So
classification,
what happened is he's already an existing company since he's an existing RME ever since. I'll look at the date, 5151. And those are his classifications, but we do not put the C68 in their license. So we have a letter that's issued out, and it holds all their classifications, but they can perform the C68, but it's not issued on their license. We got a letter from the previous from the chair and
Right.
we have a current letter with our new director.
okay.
Can I go back to this DFW elevator repair? You said he's new, was he commissioned?
What do you mean?
Well, he needs to be commissioned to DPW for elevator repair. Was he notified on that?
Yeah.
Cause we only have one commission and the commission is signed by the director of public works. We need to commission him.
I think we advise him to go to Mr. Ariola, and I think he already went to see him, Mr. Rivera.
Yeah,
So
We
I
can
don't
make a
know if,
follow-up.
yeah, please, because when you start this, they have to be commissioned, cause they start, with the elevator repairs and, the liability, and then we have to put our signature as the building official.
Yes, that is correct.
but he was informed to coordinate with the DPW director because you are the ones that are.
Yeah,
giving-
and the reason why I say that, cause me and Vince share calendars and I never saw it come in. So can you
Yeah.
Is this license issued out already?
Yes. He must
I
test
think-
and everything after they pass, then they will be commissioned by DPW. So we advise the applicant to get in touch with DPW after he get licensing, he will be commissioned. So
Why,
as
why
far,
don't we reverse that and have it certified by DPW first and then issue the
because
license?
if you don't have a license, there's no sense for them to commission. You have to get the license
Yeah.
first.
Yeah,
and
but
then-
it should work hand in hand, because what's happened, you give them the license, they're gonna go out and start,
Thank you, yes, very.
doing
Alright.
inspection. And when they do that, they still have to come to DPW, because we need to sign off of the building inspection. So, can you guys just call them in and I can?
We will.
Yeah.
I'll call
And then
him.
we'll have, from
Yeah.
now on, what we can implement is, before that they actually can go out work, they have proof from the public works side, so we can have it on our record that they were commissioned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please, because
Yes, ma'am.
that's a big liability on
Yes. We
DPW.
will follow up, but I'm pretty sure Mr. De Vera, because.
They're a new company and we have existing elevators and buildings that have elevators, escalators. So when these people come out, they're gonna wonder, who's this guy?
True.
Did he go through
So,
Public Works?
but as far as I know, okay, because I'm in communication with this applicant also that he came to
Yeah,
DPW.
well, I'm just gonna let you know, I share calendars with the director, we are pretty open, and so I didn't see this
You
email.
didn't see it, no.
And usually me or him sign it, and then
So
they go
maybe-
to the building official.
Maybe, since I'm aware of that now, maybe the next step after they get the license is you get a copy of, when they are commissioned by DPW.
Please.
Before releasing the
Yeah.
license. Yes.
Yeah, please, okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Good catch.
Continue, please.
First, we had problems with our internet, kept going up and down, we had GT come by, but I have a rough estimate as to, requested as for the classification that we currently have. Oh, there, one more in the back,
Yeah,
sorry.
alright, finished.
Okay, the new company is Plumbing Pros Guam LLC, DBA Plumbing Pros, C37 DDCL Corporation, which is B. Cooper is C33, C50, C56. West Tech Builders is A and B. ZN Construction, B, C34, 37, 43, and 47. J. Nord White, he's the new Army for Docomo, and his classification is B, C13, C15, 17, and 27. VICC International LLC, the classifications are A, B, C 11, 13, 17, 18, 33, 40, 42, 51, 16, asbestos abatement. And as we stated, the RME is existing, so the classifications are all put on the license except for the C68. And Peak Renovations Incorporation is B. Last one is Millennial Acquisitions Inc., DBA Top End Pest Control Guam. And the new RME is Jesse RN Cruz, and they have 34 and 47.
Back to VICC International. They have asbestos abatement. Do they have certification from a certifying
So that's still under 68, so it should,
Yeah.
that should not be there.
Yeah.
No, what it means is the RME is existing, so his classification, we carry over, but we don't put the C68 on the license.
Has he
We
been
give
doing
out a letter.
asbestos abatement? Because not everybody does asbestos abatement, there's only like 2 companies certified in Guam. So he needs to prove, how did he get certified? if you don't,
Right, but
that's
the
a
thing
question.
is, from our side, in terms of a licensing perspective, we don't have a license to issue to that, we don't have, so whether he has the requisite, you
I
know,
understand,
certifications
yeah.
to perform that, that's on whatever other regulatory agency or overseeing
EPA.
agency,
Yeah, who, yeah.
EPA, but that,
If he claims that he's an asbestos contractor, so I would like to see where's the certification coming from?
Make a note, on this, and let's do a follow-up on that. And then to address the CC 68, we're not issuing C-68s.
Yeah, we're not, we're
Right.
issuing,
I just wanted to know about this asbestos, because that's a serious thing,
Okay,
asbestos.
certification. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Maria. That's it, right?
she sent me and I received an email, they were asking for a list of all the contractors and how many we have and how many specialties we have.
so, so if I may, last week I was asked to join the Guam Contractors Association, committee meeting for their, you know, government, I forget, it's a pretty long title for the committee, but they address workforce and labor issues. And then of course, with the ongoing updates to our rules, regulation and testing, you know, they had some questions, as to, you know, what our action plan is and what we're doing. So one of the takeaways, that the industry that we primarily regulate and oversee, they were asking if we had a breakdown of all the existing licenses by the specific license categories. And then for the 68, I did tell them that, based on, you know, the counsel from the AG's office and the determination that we don't have the authority to be issuing the C-68
Right.
specialty occupations, technically with no license to issue, you know, those contractors who may have been issued the license in the past, you know, are able to, you know, practice or, you know, perform that work. But I did advise them that we are working to gain the authority and jurisdiction to issue the license, but as of right now, there is no license to be issued. So again, they had asked for the breakdown, and they had asked also for a breakdown of those licenses that require additional testing to the law portion or the AB, so.
Sure, yeah.
So, but that's all I'd asked for the staff to prepare so that I can share with our
Sure,
industry
sure.
counterparts,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead and prepare that. And
I have something, this is a rough draft right now, but I do have numbers that the majority of the people they're asking, like the specialties, so right now we have 268 contractors that hold specialty license.
The 68.
And
Is there a further breakdown because
I
the
have,
68, like for example, just even on this report, 68 could be solar power,
Yes,
it could
that's
be
what-
asbestos.
yes,
So
I have a breakdown, but I'm almost finished with it,
Okay.
but this is just a rough estimate if you want it. I can give you complete, maybe by,
once it's complete, yeah,
Okay,
I'd
okay.
rather not
Yeah,
conceal it.
yeah.
please give her an accurate one
Yes,
to
yes.
help her.
C-68 though, they're inactive, right? They're not
No.
performing that duty?
They can perform the duty, but it's
Yes.
not issued
No.
on their license,
No new issuance.
but no issuance of
Yeah, so,
licenses.
I mean, it is an issue that we do need to address as quickly as possible, but I understand that there has to be some sort of,
Yeah, so, yeah,
Legislation?
it'll come down,
It's on
it's on our agenda,
it's on the agenda, yeah.
we'll address that.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Okay, that concludes your report, Maria, correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, item number 2. Yes.
Just letting you know that Mr. Nathan, Attorney Nathan Tennyson is on via Zoom.
Good morning, Nathan. Can we hear him?
Yes. Oh,
Good morning.
can we hear him? Where's the remote?
At least he's there.
Can you hear us?
Can't hear him.
We cannot hear you, sir.
Maybe it's on his side.
Okay.
If he could hear us, all that matters.
Can you hear us? Let's,
You can hear us.
He wants to say
okay,
something.
let's move on.
You can check.
Give us a thumbs up. You can hear us? Okay, he can hear us.
Okay, item 2, Investigation Division. Ms. Nita, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Investigation Section Report, January 17, 2024. I'm gonna start with our annual report as from January to December of 2023. So, total number of cases is 42, pre-closed 30, and we have 12 open cases. Number of citations 10, amount of fine 330,075, building permits 912. So on our open cases, we have number 1, case number 2021-0908, Kendall Electric, Kenneth Leon Guerrero versus Morico. This is the nature of complaint is the C68 generator contractor unlicensed. We were going to recommend to close the case. For this, I'm going to read the summary of the work session by the board members on October 18, 2023. So,
Yeah, we have a summary.
yeah,
You guys had a working session,
yeah,
and so is
because,
this an action item for the board to close?
yeah, to close based on the work session, because we already have the brief summary of this case. We have, actually entertained, Mr. Franklin Guerrero, I think twice in our meeting, and then, was decided to reopen on the second board meeting. So, and then we also amended the brief on, because there are 2 cases here that's being questioned by Mr. Franklin Guerrero. Is like the representative for the complainant who is already deceased, Mr. Kenneth. So, the last meeting, the board decided to have a work session on that, so I have a summary here. So the discussions on that were that, on the case number 2019-0809, the board acknowledged that the case files were mishandled by CLB staff. Our apologies for the mishandling of the documents.
Hold on again. I do believe, Mr. Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
we do have the whole background of this.
Mhm.
I don't think we need to rehash it.
No
I
need, okay.
think the working session that was held, the members that were there, I wasn't there. You can make a recommendation and we can close this.
Okay,
We don't
sure.
need to go into all the details because it's spelled out.
It's here, yes.
Several
So
times.
if you guys, if the board wanted to probably motion for this case, then.
Based on, our due diligence on the work session that was conducted, I move to close the case of Kenneth Leon Guerrero / Kindle Electric versus Marco Equipment.
Yes. Do I hear a second motion there?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Let's move on, please.
Okay, so this case is closed now. Case number 2, 2021-0904, Ed Ilau, Chimay Edison. The nature of complaint, versus Menzies, I'm sorry, I omitted respondent. So this is versus Menzies. Nature of complaint, sheet 13, electrical work unlicensed. The board on April 4, 2023, the board voted to issue a citation to Menzies. And on April 18, 2023, Menzies have submitted their notice of defense. And we have forwarded the notice of defense to the legal counsel. So now we're just awaiting for assignment of hearing officer to proceed with the hearing on this case.
Okay.
So the status now for this is just pending hearing on the citation.
Okay.
Attorney Tom Keeler sent an email that he is getting that in order, working with the AG's office to get a hearing officer.
Is there any update?
That
Mr.
was the update from this morning.
This morning, yes.
Oh, this morning?
Yes.
That's this morning.
Say again, the update this morning? Say again?
Attorney Tom Keeler sent an update this morning that he is working on getting a hearing officer for this case.
Okay.
That's
So,
been, that's been the case for a while already.
Yeah.
They're actually having a hard time to get onto that case, so we've been in this position for a while already,
Mhm.
trying to get an officer.
So it was first Attorney Sandra Miller that was getting it, then she moved out of the AG's office, and then Tom Keeler took over, and then he's been working with the AG's office to get a hearing officer.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ilau, sir, so you know what's happening now, right?
Yes.
Are you guys okay with that?
Well, I mean, we're okay with it because, you know, we have to be, but is there a possibility that we could ask Mr. Keeler to attend the next board meeting to kind of move this along? I mean, obviously it's been going on almost a year, but we had a big storm and, you know, we understand all of that, but you know, we have an interest, and I think the public has an interest in, you know, having this hearing and getting this a large fine, and it needs to be resolved. I think the public has an interest in that.
Yes, sir, I understand. We would contact Mr. Keeler and try to get him in the next board meeting,
Thank you.
okay? Appreciate it, thank you so much.
Okay, so number 3, case 2022-0901, Crystal Perez versus Genoa Construction. This is a septic tank and leaching field issues. This was elevated also to the appeals board, so the appeals board has decided to the professional engineer to redesign the leaching field. So it was already redesigned, and the contractor had followed with the redesign. So as of now, the leaching field is working, but based on the area where the land is at, it's not 100%, you know, but it's being monitored by the professional engineer because this is their design. So that aspect is already sort of corrected. We're just waiting for the master electrician because there's also a complaint on the electrical of the house. It was already monitored by GP and everything. There was no, they did not see anything, but the homeowner wanted to have a third party to get her own master electrician. So we're just waiting for that. And if their own master electrician, you know, like a third party says that everything is okay, so then maybe we can recommend to close the case.
This is for
Krista,
Paris?
yeah.
So they want to get their own master electrician, third
Yeah.
party?
Because GPA had monitored it and everything, but the homeowner still not accepting, you know, the results from the GPA. She wanted her own third-party master electrician, so the contractor said, go ahead, and if your third party finds any problem, then we will fix it.
Has this gone through DPW permits?
Yeah, it's a warranty issue. The house
It's a
has been
warranty issue,
yeah,
okay.
the house has been occupied since last year.
But who's absorbing the cost, the owner for the
Mm.
second?
Because actually the Guam Power Authority had a monitor, there, and they did not see any problem with the fluctuation. So they were saying it could be in her appliances, but she's still not, kind of don't wanna accept that. So she said she wanted to get the third opinion. So the contractor said, okay, go ahead and get your master electrician, and if your master electrician says this is what is wrong with it, we will fix it.
The GPA won't hook up with or something wrong.
Yes, ma'am, that's true.
So this is not a safety issue?
It's not a safety issue because it's like a fluctuating, only when she turns
So-
on her washer or something like that, and she said she's hearing, where's Aaron? Like what do we have, she's hearing some kind of, unusual noise, on her electrical and everything like that, but it was monitored by us, so that's why we're not really so concerned, because there were, communications that it was really monitored by the Guam Power, and they did not find anything.
Okay. Fluctuation,
Yeah, just some
okay.
fluctuation with her washer when she turns on her washer, something like that. But there was no, say, tripping or whatever on her breakers and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, number 4, case number,
Hold on.
okay now.
Are we supposed to take action?
No, she's just reporting that.
You're just
This is a
reporting?
case that was filed, but
What happened to C&T Corp? We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, we just jumped to this one.
Confused.
That's why I'm
This
confused.
one is, it was publicized because one of the report,
Wait, which one? We're going back to America,
What number are we at?
CLE versus America CT
Are we on
Corp?
12-02?
see, the thing here is I have my report and then,
oh, there's a report in this folder.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got both.
We got, but what I'm saying, we jumped
What
to
did we,
Kate Paris, we didn't discuss CLB versus America CT Corp.
yeah, it's gonna go, it is number 7 in my report. The reason why,
Okay,
this is the one that's publicized because, before in our publication, we will just say open and close, right? But then I think legal counsel wanted to have something, transparent and to let this one here. Because if we,
no, I guess we're not
understand that.
saying that, we're just saying which one
Which
are we
order?
on? Which
okay,
order are we on?
so we are still number 4, okay? Based on my,
She's following her
I'm
report,
following my
the
report.
jet?
the one that's
Yeah,
numbered.
So we're looking at the agenda.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
me
oh,
too.
she's following her
I know
report.
it's kind of confusing because if you have to list
Okay.
everything, then we
Okay.
have to.
All right, got it.
Okay,
Okay, so on number 4 now, Jake Fisher, Joe Cruz versus an Outbuilders. This is an unfinished residential project in Telefogo. Unfortunately, this project has been supposed to be completed. It was like a very delayed project, and then homeowners had given the contractor enough time up to the end of December to complete this project, but as of now, it doesn't seem like this project is going to be completed. The contractor is really very slow, and the homeowner is not gonna give them any more extension. So now they're in a settlement phase because there is in their contract, there is a stipulation about them being sued if they could not complete the project. So they're gonna probably impose what is the stipulations in their contract to take them to court for the amount of the project. But there are more issues into that, so the homeowner and the contractor is trying to, actually the homeowner is trying to offer settlement to the contractor of $450,000 just to buy the house. Because they're also claiming that the land that they own next to the to this house, the new building, was also damaged by the way the contractor had done their clearing of the property. So there's a
So
lot of.
this was a previous case then?
Yeah.
right?
It was a
We heard
previous-
about this before.
Yeah, this is the one in Talpopo. That's why it's taking so long. We brought it up and then they said that they were given actually, the last meeting we had in September, they were given up to December, but still they did not finish it. So,
Refer to the courts.
yeah, they might go to the court if they could not come. Actually, the deadline is on the 19th for them to come up with counter offer or whatever settlement. Then if not, then they will just move forward to the court.
So we're just making sure that both parties, what is our role?
So there is, we found a violation in this one too. So when whatever is the final on the 19th, we will move the violation to the board, the next board meeting. Okay. So number 5, case number 2023-0302, Parks versus Genoa Construction. This is another septic tank and leaching field issues. Same in Jonia, contractor is the same. So this was also brought up to the appeals board, and unfortunately in this case the professional engineer passed away, Mr. Custodio. So there was an issue here because this plan was just given to the contractor, so the contractor followed the plan. The plan was not supplied to the contractor. So last Friday, there was Mr. Chair, you're supposed to lead that meeting, right? So anyway, Aaron, they conducted the meeting. I was even not present because I was sick, but we are finishing up the recommendation. So based on the inspection of Mr. Burden from EPA, they found that the leaching field has to be redesigned also. Yes, because there was no percolation test that was done also.
So, that's two cases of leaching field scenarios with this Jinhua construction. So it's kind of like this construction company was,
But it sounds like this one all with having
They're
the,
just
they
saying-
had a permit issued, the building permit was issued, so it
Yeah.
already went through, like the plans went through that
Yes.
process.
but then when they
So
built it,
they took care of the leaching field, what about the septic tank?
The septic tank has to be repaired to be watertight. It has to be repaired to watertight. They were contesting that EPA approved it, how did they approve it, did they know that, it has its faulty or whatever, but then EPA stood their ground and said that it's not stated there that you have to plaster wherever, but it says that it has to be watertight. So they have to comply with that.
so it's other agencies that are working with
Yeah,
these
I know.
to get their pass before we get involved. Is that correct? My understanding that? That's how,
Sounds like that.
that's how it goes? Because we can't do anything,
Yeah.
or hit one of these people. The construction companies is our concern. So if EPA and whatever other agencies don't do their thing,
True,
and we can't penalize anybody or do whatever, because
That's correct.
until they're done, we can't do anything.
Yeah.
So you said there was a deadline. Was there a time frame?
This one no time frame yet because the homeowner is aware that during that meeting, I guess, that he will be the one now to hire a new
Okay.
PE to redesign it. Because it was his PE that designed it, and this PE that he designed did not even go and check, the actual location, and it was not even him. Actually, it was just like a draftsman that drafted it, and he stamped it because he cannot even go there. He's very old. So, and then it passed through EPA.
Yeah.
That's what the contractor was saying. Why did EPA approve it? And everything.
Are the people living in the house?
Without the,
Are the people living in the house?
yeah, there's an occupancy already.
That's, my opinion is they need to demolish the septic tank and rebuild it.
But
But when they did the final inspection, right, for the building occupancy, because DPW does the inspection, was this brought up to DPW? Because the plans exist, right, it goes through all the proper channel. So the PE, whatever is based on the design, right, we approve it based on our engineers and calculation. What I'm asking is, was this notified to DPW prior to issuing the building occupancy?
no, because they passed, everybody signed off on the.
No, but what I'm saying in an inspection, because they gotta have checked if it passed inspection, because the design, right, is based on the calculation of the PE. But during the construction phase, like everybody inspects, right, because we have first phase, second phase, we keep track. But when the building occupancy, when they see the build and design, was that notified to DPW to elevate it, to do an investigation before we sign the building occupancy? So
No.
those are the things we can avoid if they notify our inspectors that, hey, this client, this customer, or this contractor has a building final occupancy. We have the punch list of what's wrong with it. I guess what I'm saying is, we weren't notified, so the position falls on DPW that we sign the occupancy based on everybody's approval level.
That is the argument of actually of the contractor.
I know, but what I'm saying is that during the whole process,
Yeah,
where was the regulatory, which I know you guys are the contractor's license for it, but as an investigator, there's gotta be a period of time where everybody knew,
it will only come to us when
Correct. You're
everything
correct.
falls apart, you know, that's the problem, you know. You know, they give the occupancy
I
and
know, but there's a
everything.
warranty period.
Yeah, that's why we are acting on the
But
warranty.
I'm saying that we go back to the occupancy, because the occupancy is the biggest thing. You have to go through the punch list. So you have to flush the toilet 20 times, you gotta turn on the water,
Yes.
you gotta turn on the switch, and if it doesn't work, then you inform Public Works,
Yeah,
correct? That's how it's supposed to go.
They signed occupancy, DPW inspectors.
I understand, but
Yes,
it was
yes,
not
that's-
red flag.
Yeah, it was
That's
not,
what I'm
it was
saying.
not, it was not.
If
was
they
not.
read the,
Maybe it was a latent issue
Yeah.
that presented itself.
and that's what I'm saying,
after
that we can be
certain use
proactive and
Right.
aggressive in order for us to not sign the building occupancy.
Yeah, but
Because we don't wanna go back a year later, because we don't know, I mean,
that's a
That's
problem because inspectors should really do their job, you know, that's the only thing I can say. As inspectors, they should really know what they're inspecting.
We don't know what happened at that point in time. It's like we're trying to go back in time to find out if that was sent to DPW, to the permit section to find out what's going on.
Because if it was sent, I'm pretty sure the occupancy will not be approved, will
That's
not be
correct.
issued. Yeah.
So Mr. Park, did he come to permits and say, I'm having this problem?
No, sir. It only came to us like a couple of months already when the occupancy was, because of the 18 months warranty, right? So occupancy was issued maybe 6 months later, came to us that it's not working. You know why? Because the leaching field is not percolating. So that's the main, the design of the leaching field is
and
bad.
that's a CM swamp.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's just the leaching field, not the tank?
The tank has a problem also, but the main is the leaching field. It has to be redesigned. And he agreed because he was the one who gave the plan to Jinhua.
So
He gave the land to Jinhua.
The plans, the
The
plans for Jinhua to, you know, to execute the work based on the plans that were approved by DPW, inspected by EPA and everything. So now, it's different with Krista because with Krista's PE, he's still there, you know, so he's all, you know, all along he's there to resolve the problem.
So what, may I ask, what is our remedy?
Our remedy is for them to redesign the, you know, redesign the leaching field and fix the septic tank. We're gonna come out with the findings and recommendations, you know, for this to
So
give it to.
he has an attorney, right?
Yes, yes, an
Was the attorney present and does he know what?
Mr. Park's attorney wasn't present,
Yeah.
but I'm sure he's getting informed.
But we have
Is
to-
Jinhua gonna fix it?
Yes, as long as there is a new redesign. because Jinhua is not the designer, you know, he will just follow what,
So
whoever,
who's gonna get an engineer to design it?
the homeowner.
Okay,
Because she was the one that supplied the plan in the beginning to the contractor also, done by, not really a PE, you know, somebody that's.
I know, but that's like my question too. Gia Construction has an RME,
Yes.
responsible management employee?
Which one?
The Gia Construction?
Jinhua.
Or Gia?
Yeah, Jinhua, they have Mr. Yu.
So I understand, but when the plan gives to the residential, the homeowner, right, the bill, sign, goes to, he looks for the contractor, right, whatever contractor. Gia Construction, he has a responsible manager employee, right?
Yes,
Doesn't
ma'am.
he review the plans to make note of it, or? So
They follow.
nobody-
They follow what is in the plan because all the stages were inspected, they had inspection
was
reports.
the RME for that, was,
There was no percolation test on the notes for the plan. The designer that did it did not put the percolation test there. But that's why they're saying that this draftsman also, I think the appeals board is going to act on the designer also.
No, I do.
so if, my question, if Jinhua has all these cases on them, what are we gonna do? What's the remedy for that?
Well, the first case is already resolved on the leaching field because it was redesigned. Jinhua corrected it because the problem is the design. Even EPA is following up on this one too, on Krista. They have different kinds of techniques, you know, to make sure that the location of the property is that kind of soil that the percolation is. They even conducted a percolation already on the other one that they had corrected, but it's not still working 100%.
I think that was the problem with both of these cases. I'm the
Mhm.
investigator,
Yeah.
is that they didn't do percolation tests and calculations were made, and then it failed because they didn't have anything to base those calculations on. And then EPA, I attended this meeting with EPA Appeals Board, and EPA said, if you're in Jonia from now on, you have to get a percolation test if you're gonna do a septic tank and a leaching field.
But
That
this is
part-
all
that
at
part-
design phase.
Yeah, so it's all.
This is all design phase,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the construction.
The
Yeah,
part
This is
where
not
EPA
even-
comes out to see where the footprint of the tank and the leaching field is gonna be, they should make aware that because that's a clayish area on, down to the south, they know that they need this to tell the contractor or whoever is gonna build the house that you need to go to a percolation test. The contractor, the owner cannot guess that. The approving authority has to tell them, do a percolation test, because they're, it's different from the north, central and north, there's the soil.
Understood, but what I'm saying is it's the design contractor can be different from the build contractor.
Right.
So we're dealing with Jinhua Construction as the build contractor. They
Right.
didn't have anything to do with design.
That's
They're
correct, but
following the design,
yeah,
the
but
RME should have reviewed and, so long as nothing is like
the
sold
RME and whoever
you know.
went out there to inspect the site or inspect what they're doing should have mentioned that already before they do the actual construction.
I think our purview
Yeah.
is the
so much
construction.
concrete. Yeah,
The
contract.
because it makes it sound like Jinhua is at fault, but he's not.
Yeah.
They're not at fault. It's the design that was done, and the owner, the solution to this is the owner is getting a new PE. Because ultimately, he's living in the house, so his concern should be making sure that the design and the contractor all work together and whatever EPA. So that's not our
That's correct, yes.
our thing is to make sure that Jinhua was doing his job, and it sounds like they did. And so we can't really do anything with them or say what we need to do with this until the new PE redesigns this whole thing. And they probably have to build it, and I don't know, but that's the
Yeah.
owner and the design people or whatever. Because if they design it incorrectly, the contractor builder is just following what they say.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna make the thing. So we really don't have any you're just reporting the status of
Yes,
this.
I'm just
And
reporting.
until they get a new PE and do whatever, and then we can look at it and then find whoever's supposed to be fined, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, number 6, case number 2023-1105, Jennifer Carbolito versus Sanyas DBA Media. This one is a warranty issue also on an air conditioning. There were allegations that when they drilled the
Install.
pipe, it leaked, and then the employee did not report to the
Homeowner.
to the army that there were like some kind of leak on it. So it looked like there was a big leak that created molds and everything into the house because of this. Anyway, we already had sat down with Sanyas with media. We are scheduling a site investigation to see really how bad, how big is the hole that she was claiming to create all those molds. So Marcos is and the homeowner.
Friday.
Yeah, parties will be there on, when is that again, Marcos?
It's Friday.
This Friday for site investigation.
Yeah.
And we will just get the findings. Number 7, case number 2023-1202, CLB versus American CNT Corporation, Young Man Kim R&E. This one is a no permit construction.
Andrew, can you speak on this one? I just bring the board to this this particular one because it's a pretty big case. And Andrew, if you can take it from the beginning to where we're at today.
I got the,
It's here.
you have it?
Yeah.
You don't have it.
Summary, right? You have it?
Yes, you'll have it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I guess this case all came about with DPW giving a
Okay.
NOV. Giving a NOV. So we attended that meeting, so from there we were able to open our case and do our investigation. So,
Yes.
so we found out that they did the work over at Hotel Tano, renovations of 110 rooms and common areas, so they were doing all of this without a permit. So we had spoken to the Army, which is Young Man Kim, so we were able to get him, he admitted that he didn't obtain the permit. So the project cost was, total contract was 1.1 million, so I guess what we're trying to do is get the citation amount for his violation, proposed action. So,
What's our proposed
just,
action?
sorry, just a draft for the citation, so,
There is a draft citation. The proposed action is to issue a citation for the
Okay.
violation of
No, I'll say thank you. The proposed is to fine the contractor $50,000. And because of the duration, that's roughly 2.5 years.
right.
The project kinda went from one project, which that contract was just to do the tiling. Then it went into another project, same company, do some renovations and so on, and then extended to another contract. So 3 contracts together came up to about 1.1. And so the project lasted about 2.5 years with no permits. We got the fire department, Public Works was the first one to notice the work being done. Fire department also got involved because some of the work they were doing were not safe. There were issues with the water line, the alarm system, the sprinkler system. And depending on the year that the hotel was built, they were following that particular year. So this is how we arrived basically, the fire department had put some stipulation on how they're gonna operate, working with the public works, director and, the chairman of the board and the fire department. The fire department put out a, no more than 50% occupancy. No one on the fourth floor, it's a story hotel, no one on the fourth floor. So everyone that's in the hotel, below 50% is on the second and third floor.
Where is this?
This is a VIP restaurant,
This is Hotel Tano.
Hotel
VIP
Town.
restaurant?
Are you familiar with that
It's
VIP
in,
restaurant? It's
behind
that-
it.
It's
the-
that whole thing.
Oh, that's what it's called, huh?
Yeah, it actually looks nice, if you see the hotel, it looks like a new hotel. So,
Wait, they did renovations without a permit?
Yes.
for 2.5 years, the project went on.
Oh, that's because it was during COVID?
Since
No,
COVID.
I'm just joking.
Well, you know, and yes, COVID, but we had a meeting with them and we made it clear that, contracting office, public works were never closed. So getting a permit, was, always there, available for them to get it. You know, between the contractor and the homeowner, you're supposed to get it, nobody got it. So, the contractor came in, the hotel owner also came in, and, they understand where they're at. So we've been, as a government agency, been accommodating to them, the fire department also has been accommodating to them. We put that on the proposed for $50,000, fine for the board to, go upward, up. How we came up with that, there's a scale within our office also, an incident with another hotel with not that, severe, was a $30,000 fine. So considering all of that, we recommend a $50,000, but that's up to the board if they wanna accept that or not.
But that's your recommendation.
That's, as an agency, that's our recommendation. It's just the duration that it was operating and then the severity of how many rooms they were operating with. And then this contractor is not a new contractor, you know, everyone's been around the game for a long time, so, that's where we're at.
So we, the board, have to make, what do you call it?
Motion.
A motion to approve the 50,000 or change the 50,000.
So that's a remedy right now? Do I hear a motion? Motion on the floor?
And it just, this is just the first offense for this company?
This is the first offense, it's just, you know, the magnitude of the work and definitely on the duration. It is the first offense for this contractor. They've come in when we requested, and another thing was the RME wasn't on island for some of the work, and you know, they understand that they should have been, you know, on the island when some of the work were getting done. And, you know, of course, they had some, you know, COVID, all of these things going on, but we made it clear that, you know, we were still in operation, maybe not full-on operation, but it was always open, and they understand, so.
Did you say?
Also, they had 3 contracts here, so they had 3 opportunities to come in and get a permit for the work that was gonna be done, you know. So they had the opportunity, and they just blatantly just did it, come in and
They
fill
got away
it.
with it for the first one, the second one, and then.
How did you arrive at the 50,000? What kind of calculations are you thinking?
Well, Nita, how did we come up to 50,000? We had another hotel that had some issues, right? And
Oh, yeah, that's the other one.
Hilton, way back then.
But was the dollar figure, their renovation dollar figure the same as this one?
it was
Lower.
less,
It was less?
yes,
And it was a one contract thing, not a 3 like this guy's?
yes.
Okay, I can see that they have 3 contracts going on, and they didn't rectify at least the first one. But, and I understand COVID and all that, and we don't want to hammer businesses,
Yes.
okay? We are trying to get, they're gonna bring in revenue for us,
Right.
for the hotel. So we don't really wanna damage their, or penalize them or whatever. But if you feel, and have they been aware of the amount that we might be charging them? Are they aware of something coming down the pipe?
They know it's a serious offense.
Okay.
They
Alright.
understand the severity of this.
Okay, so if they do understand the severity of it, I make a motion to approve the 50,000 that the
Are they aware of the citation?
Yes.
They're aware that
That's what we need to know.
one is coming.
Yeah.
Okay,
I make a motion that we fine them based on the recommendation by the investigating group.
I hear a
For
second
50,000.
motion?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'll second, yeah.
Okay, all those in favor?
Michelle, do you have
any more?
That question.
I think she has some. No, my question was, I know we're all having issues with legal counsel, but have we brought this up to, and the reason why is because there's settlements, right, that we agree, but sometimes AG disagreed to agree with us, so I'm wondering if this was brought up. Because this is a big 1.5, and I gotta talk to Vince about it, and what is DPW gonna do? Because
We've been talking
it's
with
life
Vince,
and
yeah.
health, right?
Yeah.
And so we have a AG, Doug
Right.
Moylan, that's really
Yes.
onto our permitting process.
And you met with,
I met,
director?
I met with the director, I met with the fire department. Of course, the director for public works, main concern was health, right?
Yeah,
Safety of,
health, that's the
so,
same thing.
so, the fire department, we follow the recommendations of the fire department as far as nobody on the fourth floor. There's gonna be a fire watch at every floor that's being occupied, that's second and third. 50% of occupancy to each floor. So, and then, of course, the fire department went down there, made their assessment. So the safety part was taken care of. The same thing with your concerns as far as we're not trying to break down a contractor and put him out of business. But he understands too like I said, three different contracts were made. They know the process and they also, he's also admitted that we understand what we were supposed to do and they didn't do it. So all of that, the director also requested that we take the 50,000 and then attach the price of the permits cost, which was 8,000.
It's 8,000, but now since they didn't
Yeah.
get the permanent initial, it doubled.
It doubled, so the director of public works wanted to take that 50,000, take the 8,000 times 2, 16, that would have been a $68,000 total fine. That's what the director wanted to do. And as far as, that's his concern, we had a meeting before he left, and he said he wasn't gonna be here. And that was everything, public works, fire, our side, we all kinda came to that conclusion. And that's where we're at.
So I would talk to Vince, and the reason why I'm asking is because we have to put our signatures on it. And we did this with Lindsay, and we're having with legal, right? Legal was able to help us with the settlement. That's why I wanted to make sure that we have a legal opinion. And
Can
that's
we
just-
do, Linda, can we do a vote on it, and then based on what we're gonna find, then we can work on a settlement after that, after we have it? Because I think when we put down a number, at least we can say this is where it's at, and we're,
Yeah,
if you will,
but
serious.
They might ask us, how are we going to, what's the formula on the settlement? How did we come up with 50,000?
I believe on the Menzies case is a difference in there because they're unlicensed. This one, they're licensed contractor.
But what I'm asking is, how did we derive the 50,000 settlement? What's the formula? The AG will come back and ask us how do we derive?
50% of the
We
total
have,
amount of the permit.
We have a schedule.
We're entitled to tap onto it.
I know, but
On the project. So
That's
we've
the
been,
max.
yeah, if we're looking at what the law says, we're being very, if you will, accommodating.
You're lenient,
We're lenient, yes.
because if you wanna look, as far as legal is concerned, we have the violation and whatnot that we're citing, which is exactly what he's gonna tell us.
Yeah.
And so when we look at this, it's no less than $200, but not to exceed 50% of the value of the project.
Right.
And that's 3
1.1.
projects,
Right.
and 1.1, we're very,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the fact that, the 50,000 is, they knew it, I think they're expecting something more than this.
Right, right.
So they know they have this regulation and they know the value of their project and that we can penalize them up to 50%.
And then we have the other incident with the other hotel that we're gauging our, and so that's just, you know.
Yeah, if you build, you find Hilton for 30K, sorry, I'm not gonna make any names, but it's public knowledge. But
Yes.
this is 3 projects. If it was 1 project, then we would tell you, I think that's a little bit too much, but since there's 3 projects, and they knew, I think that's a key word, is knowingly know
Yes.
this, and
This is a contractor who's been around.
yeah, I think what it is we see a lot of contractors or even projects going on. They feel like they can do it and be slapped after with a lower fee than what if they went through this process. So I think we need to start doing fines so that people realize that it's serious. They have to get these permits, they have to get these things before they start projects, so.
So that, they have plans and everything, I have a copy of the plans that they had and
Did you just?
They just
they
didn't
didn't
work.
even run it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they got the drawing, but it was
We
not
went through
just
all of that
process.
effort, the architect and all, and they didn't.
So Linda, what they're doing now is they're doing an as-built blueprint, as-built now, so now they're complying.
Yeah, it's after the fact. I
Yeah,
know-
yeah,
I
yeah,
just,
so-
I know
yeah.
what we're going through. It's
So-
just,
I think she just wants to make sure that
Yeah.
they have.
It's really
a
up to the board, Nancy, it's really up to the board, if you want to, I mean, that is our recommendation, and you are the board, it's up to you if, what you wanna proceed with, but that's our recommendation.
Well, basically what it is you're giving them a letter that the 2 of you sign, we're not signing, but
Right.
we're approving the amount.
Right,
We're approving the amount.
right,
Right.
And then they send this to them, and if they have an issue, then our legal. And if they don't have an issue and they sign and they pay, then we're done.
Based on the investigation, ma'am, and everything that we have on hand, and all the documents and facts that we got,
Yeah.
I have no issues signing off on that as far as.
I have
Yeah.
no problem, I'm saying you guys
Right.
are citing the
Right.
right things, which I think the AG,
Right.
Lance, you're citing all the proper,
Mhm.
whatever, violation penalty clauses.
Right,
So that should be okay, and then if you
Yeah.
give it to them and they pay it,
right,
we're fine.
I think they will,
Yeah, and if they, yeah, I think they will.
yeah.
I think, and if they wanna pursue it and get a lawyer or whatever, that's
That's
up to
their right.
them. And,
That's their right.
and they're probably gonna end up paying more
Yeah.
if they don't deal with that. So
So-
I feel it's a reasonable amount to charge them with. But I do see Linda's point.
Yeah,
yeah,
Thank you,
I just, that's just my concern, and
okay,
I know if we're being very lenient, we're not holding them, holding the
Yeah.
contractor up to the fire.
But I think with all that's going on on our
Right.
end, with the COVID, with the typhoon, whatever, let's just be a little, it's, I don't think that's not the right word, lenient. It's being, what do you call it?
cooperative,
Yeah, and being,
working together,
yes, because the whole idea is for us to push through and get more
Yes,
businesses
yes.
on this island. So,
I'm okay with, but I'm just making sure.
yeah, no, good, we need that, we need
so
that.
I made the motion, you seconded it,
Second, all in favor?
aye.
Aye. Okay,
No,
For the record.
no, I'm not.
Aye. She said aye.
Before I
For
call.
the record, for the, for the-
So I don't know how it's, we kind of lost you.
Okay, that's it, right?
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna finish, I have 7 closed cases as of September 2023. Just for the record, so case number 2023-0802, Sherry Sama versus Sundas Construction. For workmanship, party settled, we close the case. Case number 2023-0805, CLD versus Harmony, safety issues. Citation issued and paid, close the case. Case number 2023-0901, CLD versus Better Construction, safety issues also, citation issued and paid. Case number 2023-0904, Full Circle versus PFG May, non-payment of materials, so the contractor paid the complainant, we close the case. Case number 2023-0906, CLB versus Wong's Construction, there was no permit on this, we issued a citation. The contractor paid the citation, we closed the case. Case number 2023-1001, Rich Monia versus Aurora Construction. This contractor did not have the proper license to do the fence, so we cited the citation. he paid the citation and we closed the case. Case number 2023-1201, CLB versus Rival, Pacific Rival, Whitaker Construction, there is no permit also. We cited the contractor paid the citation, we closed the case.
So that's all for investigation section.
Yes, ma'am.
On regards to Ronnie Ritter, he took the test in 2022. So he is a new company, and this is before we had the issue regarding the C68, the stopping of the specialty. So what happened was we only issued the license with the A and C13 classification,
Okay,
okay?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's clear.
I'm gonna try to, I know I'm trying to move this meeting, so, okay. Director's report, review report presented, review the formally approved duties of the executive director. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there's the, duties, one of the requests on our OPA report is to have it, spelled out exactly what an executive director can do. If you see it, on your,
After that, right? After that.
This one.
this actually spells out exactly so that I'll be good to go.
This is coming from,
If there's any.
this is from our office, correct?
Yes, this is what we put together based on what we feel on the OPA.
I know, I'm just doing my own thing.
So if you guys vote that it's accepted.
Are we voting?
Vote?
Yes.
Yes,
With
we
the-
I'm in favor for this document right now for his director, yes.
Yeah, something.
Director,
Where's the other
Ogden?
duties is assigned?
add others duties as
No, I'm just joking.
Oh,
No
I
leave.
know, we can, I can add that,
But
this is
no
just a
leave.
draft.
No leave.
Good Christmas, work.
yes.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
We need to first, Miss, what are you first?
No, Selena's turn.
Okay. Yes.
I move to approve this this letter or memo stating the various duties of the director of the CLT.
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So approved. Can we make a joke there, please? It's a joke.
No.
He doesn't state, there's nothing here saying that he needs to take us to lunch.
No.
Director should take everyone to the board meeting.
Thank you. I'm going back to, I kind of skipped number one because I know this is very important and we need to get done because of time. But on the C68 classifications, rules and regulations go through administrative adjudication. So far, we are at the fifth, we are at the number 5. We have to make a public notice.
So are you still talking on your report or are we moving to old business?
I'm doing this.
Oh, okay, you're still talking on your report, okay.
Yeah. Number 1, public notice, hearing must be given on the newspaper general circulation to Guam PD and Mariana Variety. This is basically gonna, I feel, the beginning of the end of the adjudication process. We have a public hearing, anybody have any issues, concerns, they come, we get the minutes, we approve it, and then we send it from there to the to the OPA and to our records keeping and the AG's office. So basically, that will be our, the beginning of the end. So everyone knows where we're at as far as the adjudication. Anybody has any questions on why we're here, or as far as the adjudication? I know it's taking a little long. So,
Has that been packaged yet, or, so we
We're-
can present it?
We're actually presenting it under old business, so he's just finishing up his, but yes, we'll get to it soon.
yeah,
Yes.
yes. So some of the changes we've done already, as far as the administration section completed and order direction of the current executive order, we've done that. Administration section completed, number 4. Establish proper procedures and maintain documentation supporting the issuance of contractor's license to new applicants in line with the statutes. We're basically, we've done this, also, we're updating it with, scanning it and getting everything electronically. So we're not pulling out, and that was one of the issues. Number 5, we're done with this, executive director. Former Director Sanchez updated the SOP, so that's been completed, and also creating systematic record keeping process. So we've improved by getting it digitized. Also, everything that it needs to be locked up is secured, and then some issues with the OPA as far as record keeping were addressed. So they're completed with that also. So basically we have 2 issues that we're needing to address from the OPA report. In a nutshell, it's the adjudication and updating of the exams. That's the big ones that are it's gonna take a little bit more time. I don't wanna put a timetable on that, but the exams are difficult. As you know, we have 68 exams out there, and some of them are antiquated, and we need to address that one exam at a time. So we're working on that in-house, and more to come on that.
Okay.
Oh,
Mr. Ilo, sir, do you have any comments? You okay? We're good?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's move on to, we're done with the old business, right? We're on new business now?
Yeah, new business.
No, we're on old business, sir.
So we're
Just
still on
education.
old business?
Yes,
Okay.
update on the rules and regulations.
Is it?
No, this is what it's okay.
We just
I'll go to
approved?
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So on to old business, update on rules and regulations, proposed action. To formally approve the updated rules and regulations to take the next step to adjudication, which is to hold a public hearing. This is our adjudication checklist that you had asked if we prepared a packet. Everybody has been granted access to the updated, the draft rules and regulations that will be brought up for the adjudication and for the hearing. So we are requesting that the board approve us to go to the next step, which is to hold a public hearing.
So,
Is a draft is public record, right?
The draft is not public record as far as I am understanding, because it is still in draft form, but all of the board members do have, once we get this going, that I believe this, when you're approving it, then it will become, because we'll have to have it out here, yes.
Okay.
But as of right now, no, it's still,
Yeah.
So what it is an economic impact statement. That's the proposed regulation.
The economic impact statement is the final, the last step that we just completed.
Okay.
It is to.
Why do you have this highlighted?
Because that's where we're requesting your permission to hold, that's the next step that we need to take.
Public notice.
So what we'll have is the complete draft in our office along with our economic impact statement for anybody to view. It'll also be published on our website, and then for anybody to come and see. Then if they have any questions, then we invite, we're gonna hold the hearing where they can bring up any concerns there. Everything will be documented, so you'll see numbers 5, 6, and 7 kind of will go into the same process.
Okay,
We're supposed to make a motion?
Yes, please.
okay, we hear a motion on the floor.
Make a motion for number 5.
To formally.
Make a motion to formally approve updated rules and regulations and take our next step, which is to hold a public hearing.
Okay,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Alright.
Aye.
It's moving.
Okay,
That's all I was just asking, because I know the contractors, they wanna see this.
Yes.
so-
Yeah.
Yes.
okay. Motion approved.
Perfect.
Just, this is the way, so just wanna keep that as your record
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Little checklist.
Okay, let's move on to new business, please. Introduction to COB subjective to update exams to standard 4. Item 1. Can anybody summarize that?
Like I said, that's one of our objectives, to update our exams. Like I said, they're antiquated, so 68, couple of exams for each, 68 skills, so it's gonna take a little while, and the challenges is finding the expertise, but we're working on it. It's I think one of the list, I think that's the hardest right now to achieve, so we're going to prioritize what we need to address first, based on the numbers of each exam, which tests are utilized more. So that's the plan for that. So more to come on that.
Okay,
So again, if I can just reiterate, if we get that list, again, the Contractors Association members are more than happy to,
Yes.
provide that,
Right, right,
expertise,
right.
or at least provide some
We'll work on that list. We'll work on
context.
that
Yeah,
list.
so that will be helpful.
today,
All right, yep, yeah.
Because it's 900.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's.
Oh, Maria's good.
And we've met with a few,
For like a
testing,
demo.
testing facilities, no, testing agencies
Oh,
to
awesome.
see about
Okay.
this.
Just so the board knows, we reached out stateside, how much to get a professional. It's about $100,000 for each exam.
Each?
Mm-hmm.
So just, I didn't wanna mention that, but
Okay.
I said, okay, sorry. Okay.
But, yeah.
okay, we're good with that, item 1, let's go to item 2. Propose action to formally vote a chairman and vice chairman into position for the term 1 year. Okay, any opinions on that, please?
Yeah, so it's just according to the law, which the chairman and vice chairman would hold the position for 1 year. You can revote the same people in as many times as you guys would like. But it's just, we wanted to make sure that we kept on top of that one.
So,
No, you wanna be,
to move? Oh, to what?
To move, to keep.
If the board will accept, I'm willing to take the position.
So Miss.
I make a motion to keep Mr. Senior moment, Mr. Benavente.
No problem, no
Mr.
problem.
Benavente as the chair for our board, and then I would like
Thank
to
you.
recommend that Selena be vice chair.
Okay. All in favor?
You accept?
We need a second, please?
Well, I need a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Just a
did.
second.
Yeah, I was gonna say from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a second.
All in favor?
I'm saying from there.
Aye.
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 Okay,
She's confident.
thank you, congratulations. It still doesn't state that you need to take us to lunch.
It's in draft.
Okay, okay, that's about it, let's do an announcement here. Schedule regular board meeting for February 21st, 2024 at 10 a.m. That's item 1. Item 2 is ethics in government training, February 16, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. So I guess we're,
Well, that's where I wanted to ask you guys, and this is just to, we can discuss about it after the meeting. But it's just to let you guys know that yes, we do have to take the ethics in the government training. Mr. Again will be taking it on February 16th in person. Mr. Matt Cruz wishes to wait for the Zoom, but you do have two options. One is to attend in person with Mr. JP, or you can also do learning modules, and that would be on your own time. So just let me know how you guys would like to, or if you guys are up to date. If you guys are up to date with your ethics training, I just need to see the certificates so we can hand this into the ethics commission.
Can you do it on Zoom? Is that, what is Matt
So
doing?
Matt is requesting that that he attend via Zoom, which was granted by the ethics commission. When I did call them to schedule Mr. Cruz, they said, oh, it's actually we're working on it, it's not ready yet. So he just said, okay, well, let me know when it's ready and I will attend then. So that's what I'm doing for him.
I won't be here on the 16th, otherwise I would attend.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be here.
There's a, you can do it online.
Oh, the ethics thing?
Yeah.
you going
Yeah.
on person, Jake?
I started the module.
Yeah.
You started the module?
I
Let me
Okay.
check it out.
completed it, but
Yeah.
Okay.
started.
I'll be with Mr. Ogden on the,
And then if I
I'll
may,
schedule you, sir.
yeah.
if I may, what is the status for our, appointments?
I am working that with Mr. Weekly, and I will let you know hopefully by the end of the day. I've been in contact, he is covering for Miss Jean, I believe her name is Jean Tyson, who's off island, so I will get a hold of him today just to.
But they say they're just rolling everything, right?
Yes, they're rolling
Yeah.
everything over, everything is all set, but as far as the actual, yeah.
Okay, so the hearing and all that stuff, or?
I don't
No,
believe so,
no,
no, it's
no,
just,
no,
everything's
no,
rolled over.
no.
Once you're approved.
Once you're, yes.
Alright.
Yes, I'm not going before that, Wednesday, otherwise I'm.
Okay,
Yeah.
no questions, nothing on the table? Investigators, got anything to say? You're good? Mr.
Happy
Ogden?
New Year.
I just want to say thank
Happy New
you.
Year.
We got a lot done today. I know it's a little bit longer. I know I'm shooting for an hour, so I was just talking fast. So.
Okay, so it's 11:32, go ahead, ma'am.
I just wanna congratulate you for being,
Thank you.
and also Selena, of course.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Congratulations, or
Okay, so
Okay,
it's
thank you.
11:32, no questions, and we're all good. This meeting is adjourned.
So can I get a first and second, please, real quick?
One motion,
Okay.
I was
Rena,
afraid to pack up and.
all in favor?
what numbers are? That's right.
Sorry, I have to go to my DRTA meeting.
Thank you, sir, for attending.
Bye.
What's that?
It's good.